It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see DK Metcalf. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Bills and the Bengals under the lights on Monday night.
It's a brisk night in the Midwest, but we've got football at Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, it's a compelling late-season clash here in Week 16, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Gun.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gives it to the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago: 9 catches, a touchdown to go along with 124 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
11 MT, Kate. 11 MT. 11.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go. And sometimes
it's out, it's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. To the air, Allen. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And Charles, you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0. Looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
Now 2nd and 5. Ooh, the juke. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. You talk about this Bengals defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the number 1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 24 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
And a rushing title is definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their...
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Brandon Cooks. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bills take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. He dropped the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Here we go.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Burrow will throw. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get this up to the 39.
11 mighty. 12. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11 MT.
And he loses the football a second time. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. 3.5 to go, first quarter. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he fends him off. Now he's forced outright. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Cameron Dicker on now to try to field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. But now there is a penalty marker on the field. So let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty.
Automatic first down.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Touchdown! Mike Gesicki, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bills have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bengals getting set to go.
11.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk,
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they start in the best of all positions, first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. You look at this Buffalo defense. It's quite a unit. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively, because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
11 mighty, 11 mighty, 12.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
21-0 our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a third down coming up.
11 MT, 11 MT, 11.
Burrow looking to pass. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And here come the Bills. As we count down through the final few weeks of the season, these guys have nothing to sweat about. They've clinched the top spot, so the road to the Super Bowl, it runs through them.
And there's a natural inclination here, partner, to say, okay, a lot of guys aren't going to play down the stretch. We've clinched. We're ready to go. But there's another part where you say, let's show the league why we're the #1 team. Maybe you intimidate someone. Maybe you dissuade them from thinking that they can beat you in the playoffs by going out and being really impressive down the stretch.
Absolutely, and you want to take momentum into the playoffs. There's also pride on the line for these guys individually.
Yeah, momentum and pride. Yeah, I'd make room for them and put them both in uniform.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top unsuccessfully.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 21. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there, with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bills are able to add on to their first half lead. Dicker now to tack on the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
11, 12. 11, mighty.
Here's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand
This is the amount you have. Make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. Down to about the 22 here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. T. Higgins leading the Cincinnati receiving corps out for this upcoming series. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. He's got it. And the Bills are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. DK Metcalf. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have got it on cruise control. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the route is on here in this first half.
Bengals nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things.
Here we go.
Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you got a chance to come back to him. When things have changed a little bit, they have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. There for the tackle was Trent McDuffie. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And they go play action now. Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing now. Burrow on 1st down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Flush to his right, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up in the Still City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, where you see the final score there. Elijah Moore, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Bryce Young, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou to check on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. A 2-touchdown victory. 31-17, the final. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Evan McPherson.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Out come the Bills now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Allen off the play fake. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Play action. Now it's Allen. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they can...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end... Oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Allen going to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Paris Campbell, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Bengals nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
11 MT, 11 MT, 11 MT.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Trent McDuffie able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets two more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
11 Thomas. 11 12 11 Mighty.
On 3rd down, Burrow. In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 5 there as a safety blitz winds up paying off.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback. Partner, this is certainly turning out to be one of those days. Here we are in the second half. They're being shut out. Offense is doing nothing. And you're just saying, please, come on, give us something here to your kicker. But even this is no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down and a yard. In motion left goes Cooks. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Middle. Here we go.
Allen. Fighting to stay upright. Now he steps away. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Alert, alert, alert! 56, 56! Look out!
On 2nd down, here's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Mike Gesicki, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bills just continue to roll.
And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Bengals nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field.
Here we go.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Here's 3rd and 3.
11.
Burrow throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the 1st down yardage before he's brought down.
First down, Bills.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Allen, nifty footwork. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Keeps him set, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 35. 103 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Oh, he bowls over him. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bills add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Extra point try now from Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals set to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. 11, and okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Here we go.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11,
and Burrow going to change the play. They'll set up to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
That was, oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
11, Thomas. 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. 11, Mighty. 12, 12. 11, MC.
From midfield now, Burrow. Open man is Higgins. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Brings up 3rd down.
Again, it's Burrow. And for the 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Now he's loose down the left sideline. But my goodness, CD, I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for him here in this ball game.
And what a great team.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bills take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only 1 play to score it. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bengals offense returns to the field. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny. I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, forthcoming.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Cooks on the quick slant. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line.
Regular. Let's go.
Throwing now is Allen. And it'll be intercepted.
That's interference. Defense.
Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. A killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marginal yardage against them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset at the 23. It's 2nd and 12.
Here we go. 11 MT. 11.
Here's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get this down to the 41.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To the air again, Burrow. The 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game.
He's got a man complete.
Now he's loose again.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And out now, here come the Bengals.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Here we go, here we go.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing, and partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and the late sack, just a parting gift from the defense.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Buffalo,
they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the year.
And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.